you can use. Gonna give you the jump. 810 News got the views you can use. 810 gonna do it again. Gonna give you the jump. 810 News got the views you can use. 810 News got the views you can use. 810 gonna give you the jump.
I study you in the regular language means I really don't care what his position is based upon his political motives.
Tell everybody how much you love 810 News Media Group.
810 News Media Group. I love them because they got the message to sports Negro up in California for burning them jockeys from under the bridge and sending them to Flint because nobody recognizes the dark man no more. They rather to burn them out and talk about NRA, Negro racket ass, and you ain't getting no.
Yes, I had a cocktail.
Good morning, family.
That's my favorite part. Yes, I had a cocktail. I miss you.
Good morning, family. We got Miss Elizabeth P. Finney in the building, Meat Freak from Palaca, Florida, Deborah Luna, Georgia Boy, top of the morning to you, Michael B., Shane Greer, Sidney Green Sr., super producer, What It Do.
Soup poop.
We got a Luna Calloway Lang. I'm
Hey,
praying
Luna.
I said your name
That's my
right.
cousin, Luna.
Reginald Davis, good morning to you. Tracy Glenn, I ain't going. We going somewhere today. All the way from Philly. Terry Nixon, what it do? Sonya, good morning to you. We got Just Oil and Body Solutions.
That's my girl. That's
the
cousin.
937. Where that's from? One, two.
Dayton, what?
From Dayton.
That's family right
We
there.
got Tia Harris in the building. Great morning to
First
you.
ward.
Michelle Smith, aka
And
then I got my good Muslim brother in the building. Walaikum salam to you, brother. I done messed up.
you just
Hey man, hey, listen, man, what you doing, mate?
I'm about to mess up and got tongue tied up here. Oh, my bad. Francine Johnson, Kenna, good morning.
they said, what you doing, man?
Man, they got messed up. Tasha Lynn. We got the Maxter in the building. Good morning. Floyd Turner, Elijah Green, William S., Raymond Alders. Good morning. KC's in the building. Am I saying the name right? Rhonda, or is it Rhoda Aikens?
Where you at?
Right here. Now, you know, I'm getting the pleasantries.
Look like Rhonda.
Rhonda Aikens, yeah, because I've been killing people names.
Rhonda.
I see Ebony's in the building. We got Kawana in the building. Good morning, Kawana. Carolyn Hendricks. I know I got that right.
Thank God.
We got Tay Samp in the building.
Tay.
For sure. Hey, my good Muslim brother, you know I messed that up. I got tongue tied up in here. Maybe I was finna lie, and the good God stopped me from saying a lie or something. Marcy A. Talbert tapping in from California. We got our West Coast people tapping in. We got Angelita, good morning, tapping in from New Jersey. Denise, good morning. Taz, Montana, that's T from the D.
T from the D.
We got
a
Sandra
birthday
Martin,
coming
Rochelle Rowe in the building, Mike Simmons, Sarah P. No Name, good. What's up, good brother? And we got Unapologetic IB Keys, the bad girl of 18. I said my pleasantries, and we welcome y'all today. We got our good brother, Mr. Jakafella, that's tapping in with us.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning to all.
Hey, Jake. Such a pleasure to have you back with us today. We appreciate you and good morning to everybody. First off, I want to say shouts out to ATN News Media Group and the greatest producer in the world. Y'all know we call him Spacely Sprockets around here. But today, we're going to call him MC Mick. You know, since we got Jakafella on, we got to have him a little nice name too.
Yeah.
MC Mick.
MC Mick, that's right. That's right.
That's it. That's his name. Jake, live all the way from down there. You way down there. How you doing this morning?
I'm well. I can't complain.
That's good. That's good. Mick, what's going on in the city, man?
I'm staying out of that. I'm out the city business.
We out the city business today.
City business. They can have it.
We're talking all national politics today. We are done with the city business. Been a little rough around here, Jake. It's been a little rough in your city, dog. It's been a little rough.
Yeah, I paid attention. I seen. You know, I stay on y'all. I stay watching from the blind side, but I'm paying attention at all times. You know, my ear to the street. So yeah, I'm always hearing what's going on. So yeah, they well, you know, one thing about Flint though, is what I tell people. Everybody got the boot up, and it don't matter. It ain't nobody really scared though. I mean, ain't nobody never been scared. You know what I'm saying? So everybody, if you try them, then you gonna get what you're looking for. I don't care who it is. I don't care what it is. They gonna old, young, anybody, man. These people, something about that Flint mentality, man. Everybody, you know, we got the energy to boot up immediately, especially when it comes to disrespect or whatever. You know, we stand on whatever principle we stand on as a person, as a city, as a family. You know, we gonna bring that action, man. You know what I'm saying? About which, like I tell a nigga all the time. Like we used to say back in the hood, somebody like what that nigga just say? Yeah, because whatever he just said, if he said something disrespectful, I'm finna go handle my business. He gonna have to say that. He gonna have to say that to me when I see him.
Right.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But it's going down. So, you know, unfortunately, you know, but we shouldn't, you know, it shouldn't be motivated or instigated by, you know, by high city officials and people or anybody for that matter in the public eye that's doing things, you know, that's actually, you know, put in position to help the people.
You're right, Jake. You're right.
Yeah.
I thank you for that because, you know, you got a lot of people that listen to you. And just that right there may change somebody's mind for making an awful mistake. So thank you for that.
Yeah.
So, we got less than 30 days before this election.
Got like 22, 21, 20, 22, 20. We got like, it's 21 days, I think. 21 days, like 22, 20, something like that. We got like 3 weeks though, basically.
Man, and they making some goofs. I mean, I think the state of Michigan, I'm just gonna go and call it out there. Like I said, we messed up Black History Month this February. I think the state of Michigan gonna probably cost, and I pray it ain't like that. We're gonna cost Kamala, the vice president here is this election.
You think so?
Well, that's why I wanted to come on today, Mick, for real, because I understand that, like, once again, I mean, it's continuous and endless and mountains of dis and misinformation going out into the atmosphere on these, you know, through the news outlets that's coming down. Most of it's coming directly out of Trump's mouth. Right. And it's just like, but there's nobody there to fact check them. And then he keep on repeating it, continuous. And then nobody is really doing a research on this man. Like he said in one of his rallies, he said, I love the highly uneducated.
Mm-hmm.
He said that before, so I said, why does he love the highly uneducated? The reason being is because the highly uneducated is the people that's not going to go back and do their research to find out that he actually telling an endless amount of lies continuously, day in and day out, post after post, rally after rally, interview after interview. He's lying, and these interviewers and these networks that he's going on and doing these, spewing this misinformation on, they're not fact checking him. They're just okay with him because one thing about Donald Trump, which all of these corporations, as far as networks know, They know that he's a bag because he's going to keep their ratings up because he's going to get views. People are going to tune in, even though he's lying. People are still tuning in, but on the networks that's doing the fact check, that's why he didn't want to do the CNN interview. I mean, not the CNN, but he didn't want to do the 60-minute interview because they were going to do fact checking. And he don't want to go nowhere where he's being fact checked.
That's true. That's very true.
So why would you want to vote for a president that don't want his words to be fact checked? The president is the highest position in this country to be held. So why would you vote for a president that's scared of his words being fact checked? He shouldn't be spitting nothing but facts.
Do you think he really scared, Jake, or he just don't really give a damn?
No, he's scared as fuck. He's scared as fuck because he's finna go to jail. And he know now, if we would not right now, he got 3 black, educated, smart, powerful women breathing down his neck.
And that would be who?
That would be Kamala Harris, top of the ticket. That would be Fannie Willis at the bottom in Georgia. And that would be Letitia James in New York, New York.
Okay.
The Attorney General.
So do you think he's intimidated by an intelligent black woman? That's why
he's intimidated by anybody black and intelligent. He's intimidated by black. And I hate to say this because, like I say, once again, I'm not a racist. I got a white daughter I raised from 3 years old. I love her to death just like my own kids. She's my daughter. She's my heart. You know what I'm saying? So I got white friends that are Trump supporters. And these are my great friends. They call me more than my friends from Flint down here in Texas. And I meet up with them. We hang out. We talk. We never talk politics, but our friendship as just human being to human being and friend to friend, man, these my people. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they support me. I support them. They show up for me. I show up for them. And it is what it is. But so I don't have no type of, I don't have a racist viewpoint on how I think about Trump. Me doing this interview this morning was to come and try to help bring awareness to my people, especially in Flint, of how serious this election is. And because I know that we like a renegade town, we like to rebel. You know what I'm saying? We like to go against the grain. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times that's us. You know what I'm saying? But like, this is not the one to go against the grain on. And a lot of times, people, even Trump supporters, when I see people go on these different podcasts that I watch, when I see them go to Trump rallies and interview the actual Trump, the MAGA people before the rallies or outside of the convention, when they outside just walking in, they interview them. They ask them questions about what is a fascist? What is communism? What is socialism? They ask them, what is DEI? What is DEI? They say that she's a DEI plant, Kamala, but they ask them all these questions and what does it stand for? Even his own supporters don't even know what this stuff stands for. They don't know the meaning of none of this stuff. They just going with him because of how they feel and the words, because he's preying on he's speaking to the negativity that's in them from how they feel. Either they're racist and they're coming up and they feel like that about other people, or some people, they feeling some of the stuff that he's saying from different people coming into this country. And, but everyone that's in this country is immigrants. This is a country full of immigrants. This country was built on immigration, people coming in here and having, this country was built on free enterprise. You can be an immigrant. You can come from somewhere else. You can start your business. You can, raise your family, and you can become an American no matter where you're from. And that's just what this country was based on. And that's how we became number one in the entire world.
That's true.
So as we try to, and then a lot of times, but some people ain't even affected by why he talking about people in your neighborhood. They taking over your neighborhood. They doing this. They doing murder. Man, people ain't really seeing that. You know what I'm saying? And then he just made a statement the other day. He said something in Detroit to the effect of, he was at the Detroit Economic Club. And he said a statement. He said, this is how bold he is. He said, if y'all elect Kamala, then the whole country is going to be like Detroit.
that. I heard that. They did a
So,
whole commercial and everything off of that.
so I'm just saying these is his words. So this is, but no, once again, like I told y'all in my last interview, he is going to have he is going to retaliate against every city and state where people are Democrats that voted against him. So this is something else he just said the other day in the interview. He said the real problem is not immigration and the people coming in from other countries. He said the real problem he said the biggest problem is from within. Then he said it's these radical left lunatics, which are all Democrats, because we are the left. Democrat. If you're a Democrat, then that means you're on the left. So that means if you're a Democrat, he's talking about you. He said we need to basically, what did he say? He said, I got it in my notes, but anyway, he said,
Notes, Jake.
he said the left, he said we should be, he said that once again, he said we need to get rid of them. And he said it should be very easy to handle them by the National Guard, and if not, the military. So he plans on, and remember I told you in Project 2025, they gonna come to your door when they talking about mass deportation. Yes. They go and they've been talking about so-called Haitians, yes, Black people, and then now if you listen to his rallies, he's saying that people, instead of coming from South America up through Mexico, where that's common, he's saying now they coming through Mexico, but from all over the world. And now in the last couple of months, you've been hearing them mentioning Africa, mm-hmm, and the Congo. Mm-hmm. So now we got Haitians. He's saying Haitians. He's saying Africa. He's saying the Congo. That's just because when they do implement it, if he do become president and they start going door to door, snatching people and taking people in these left cities, Chicago, Detroit, Philadelphia, New York, and all these Black communities that vote more, that got high crime and that vote democratically on a higher percentage. Those are some of the communities that they're going to target and start grabbing them people and shipping them out of this country as well. And I'm not here to.
Jake, you got somebody that's challenging you. Your homie, our homie Reggie Bradford is in here. He said, Jake, we've been voting Democrat for decades, and the same community that you rap about hasn't even changed.
Well, I understand what you're saying, Reggie. But the Republicans, but the reason why it hasn't changed, because any change that has been wrote up in a bill in Congress, I mean in the House or in the Senate, the Senate Republicans and the Senate and the Senate Republicans and the House Republicans have voted it down and voted against it. So we haven't had the majority, Reggie. So once again, we always have a little bit of it, but not all of it. So we either have two, but we never had all three. Now Trump, but Trump, for instance, when he became president, his first 2 years, he had all three branches of government was all Republican. And he could have passed any bill he wanted if he wanted to actually pass something that was good for the people. The Democrats couldn't do nothing to stop him. And all he passed in those 2 years was that tax bill that cut the taxes for the rich and didn't do nothing for the middle class or people or like you say, people in the hood. He could have easily did that. So once again, that's why it's so important. That's why I'm coming on here, Reggie, because we need to be able to gain all three branches. And this time, if we get all three branches with Kamala, then we'll be able to see, okay, now all the mayors, all the Black mayors, they can really start pushing the line on all of these things that we need done for our communities, and bills that need to be passed. Gun safety, all of these things, these boys getting these guns and talking about they ops, and all our young going out here killing and shooting these military style weapons and accidentally shooting young girls and mamas and aunties and all of this, blase spleen. So these are things that we've been trying to pass for years as Democrats, but they've always the bill has always got stopped in the Senate or in the House by Republicans, along with a lot of other things that would have been beneficial to our community. So once we get all three branches, if we vote down ballot Democrat all the way down from all of everything, and if we gain all three branches, then we won't have nothing. Then now the president and all of the people in power that are Democrats, they can't say nothing to us. But we can immediately go in and start ask for these things, because now we know that there's no way the Republicans can block it.
Hey, what you think?
I don't know. I still like Obama had it his first term, man. He had the House and Senate, and we still leaving out the Southern Dixiecrats. That's just like Joe Manchin was holding up with a lot of the stuff the Democrats was going to do. I mean, you know what I'm saying? We still.
Yeah, Joe Manchin was playing whatever he was doing because once again, Joe Manchin district is balanced with Republicans and Democrats. So so all of them be playing their position as far. I remember when Joe Manchin was getting in the way, and the other lady from Arizona. I don't even think she in there no more, but I forgot her name. But they both was both Democrats, and she was even talking about switching over to Republican. They was trying to bring her over to become a Republican. I forgot Senator or something. I forgot her name, but Christian something. But anyway, yeah, man. But this once again, my reason for coming today is a cry out to my people, and I'm not, like I say, I'm not here to change nobody's mind who's already got their mind made up, but I just want you to have your mind made up on facts. Don't go off what you've heard, and believe me, it's always a struggle in life, in business. We all gonna have to keep on fighting, but we don't give up on the fight, and go switch to the other side, because we know the other side is the reason why we've been having to fight so hard. See, you don't switch over to the other side, because we've been fighting the other side to get things done, but they've been fighting against it the whole time. So since we ain't won the way people think we should have won, because we've had a black president before, or we've had black Democratic presidents, then so we just give up and switch over to the other side with a liar, with a convicted felon. Once again, Trump's 78 years old. He's showing signs of dementia in his. He's fumbling words every rally. He's forgetting things. He's rambling in his speeches. He can't even do business in New York. He's lost his business license because of fraud.
Damn, I didn't know that.
So when I say things, I'm saying facts. So would you trust your business with somebody? Would you entrust your business? Would you hire somebody to be the president of your company, and you are a company owner, but in a resume, their own company has been barred from doing business in the state of New York because of fraud?
Mickey, can you put up some of the comments so Jay can see them? Jay, can you see some of the comments if Mickey put them up on the screen? Because we got some questions coming in. Let's start with No Name right there. So No Name says, so we just supposed to vote Democratic when the Democratic mayor and governor says Flint water is clean? So
No, once again, it's issues. There's issues at hand to be dealt with. But once again, we need to keep our side. We need to keep our side in there until we get something done. And I do believe that Kamala will come through and be a better president. I'm not saying a perfect president. I'm not saying that she has a perfect record on whatever she might have done in the past, but I'm saying as far as sound principles and morals and character, she would be a better choice for us as far as a leader of this country and to represent us to the world than Donald Trump would be, from his flawed character, from his racist ways and rhetoric, from his divisiveness and always saying things. If anybody to go against him, he come up with a negative nickname for him. People think it's funny, but that's not presidential. Yeah, that's not presidential to always have something negative to say, always divisiveness. And he never speak about his policy. All he talk about is make lies about what Biden or Kamala did do or didn't do. But he never mentioned in his rallies, just watch him. He never mentioned one time what he's going to do. And if he say he's going to do it, he never speaks about the actual plan. Kamala has plans. She has plans to help. When your child is born, you get $6,000 child credit for things you need as a mother, as a newborn with a newborn. She got plans for small businesses to get a $50,000 tax credit. She got plans for first-time homeowners that if you never bought a home before and you're young, coming out of school, just graduating, or you got starting a family and you or your wife never bought a home before, y'all can get a $25,000 advancement or a discount for new time for first time home buyers. These are actual plans to help the people. Building 3,000 new homes in this 3 million new homes in America because we have a housing shortage. These are actual plans.
So Jake, can you understand like I guess the word that they're using now, the two words, Flint fatigue, what we feeling here in Flint? You got it because you hear all the time. You from here.
Listen, one thing about it, I've been blessed to have, to be able to move around and have a different life. But for 10 years, I just sold my last house in Michigan last August. But for 10 years, I was in Flint. I was in Flint more than I was in Texas. 2 months, 3 months, you know what I'm saying? Another 4 months. Yeah, just low key at my crib, writing, doing different things. But I was all my hood niggas will tell you, I've been in the town. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't never. One thing about me, no matter where I go, I ain't never left my Flint mentality or left my Flint love. I just enhanced it with my surroundings and learned to, become, more and educated myself. But really, I did it when I educated myself spiritually. I educated myself politically. I did this to be able to go get it and come back with it. I'm that kind of hustler. I go get the information and I come bring it back to my people. That's the kind of nigga. If you know me, then you know what I'm about. Anybody will tell you about me. If they really know me. People that don't know me be talking. They just know my music. They just know what they heard of me. But the people that know me, they know, yeah, we're gonna be straight. When Jay come back, whenever we talk to him, we're gonna get some information and we're gonna get some news we can use.
Now, Jake, but you come and you look at Flint and you say Flint is being run by Democrats. You look at places like Grand Blanc, Swartz Creek, Flushing, Burton. Like, what's your take on that? Like Maurice Davis is the one that opened my eyes to like the Republican towns. They look pretty nice. The Democratic towns, they look like shit. So
it's regentrification. It's all they doing. It's an optical illusion. The water in every major city across the United States. That's been going on for the last 10 years, maybe a little longer. But they've been all the white people that moved from the inner city and moved out to the suburbs. They all want to move back downtown now because they building up just like Detroit. Detroit downtown was a piece of shit. It looked so bad. All them buildings was abandoned, ran down. That guy from Cleveland Browns owner came through there with all that money, and then built it back up. And then now Detroit downtown is popping.
Mm-hmm.
So it's the same thing finna happen in Flint. Okay, why you think you can't get them houses through land bank so easy no more?
Mm.
Huh? Now that we want to talk about Flint for a second, why y'all nigglets think that y'all can't get them houses? You can get the houses through land bank so easy, man. They damn near give. They damn near slide it up under your front door if you want one. Here go the D. Slide up on your front door. You ain't had to put nothing but a little money down, have a little credit. But now they making it. You got to go through more loopholes to even get houses through land bank because now, just look at down by schools of choice. Look at all by down there. They finna go up through the north side. I heard y'all say something on y'all podcast the other day. Somebody was all of a sudden they interested in the north side. Why in the F do you think? Why the fuck you think they interested? Because they already showing proof down on Mary Street, right in they call it the Marriott. They got brand new apartment buildings right down there by Top Authority House, Diallo, Flex. They got brand new apartments on Mary Street, over there by Avenue B, and all down there by the old Kennedy Center. They got brand new houses. They build it all down there by choice. That whole neighborhood down there, everything is brand new. You think that they building that for crack fiends and to be running through there and heroin addicts to be running through there like they used to? No. It's a lot of corporations and businesses coming and building in Flint. And believe me, what they doing is to press us out of there and to press us down so small to where we have no choice but to move wherever they move us to. That's what they do in gentrification. That's how they do it. When they want to get the city back, they send you back. They send the people that's in the city out somewhere in some living quarters somewhere out past the suburbs or out of the city. But they come, but they press the people there, make the price of everything go low. They come in and buy low and then build and then charge high. That's how they do.
Just like I heard word on the street, they're about to have some new development over on Northern's property.
That's what I'm. Yeah. So as believe me, like any business that goes in business, they have a 5 to 10 year projection plan. You don't got millionaires and billionaires coming and investing in Flint without the plans of the city being built up and running and being a great city in 10 years from now. They ain't looking at they don't see our struggle right now. But that struggle, in 10 years, you're going to go through downtown and you're going to come from Beecher and be riding through the north side. And you're going to be like, damn, these brand new houses, apartment buildings up. Yeah, instead of going down on the ground, they're going up in the air. There's more money in the air. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So we can't be misled by, by the struggle. I mean, like they say, the struggle is real. I know the struggle. I'm a hood nigga from nothing. So I know the pain, you know what I'm saying? I got people still in it. I talk to them all the time, you know what I'm talking about? But the only way to get out of it is to fight. But we can't fight from a Flint mentality as far as from our anger, our muscle, our aggression. We have to fight from a position of strategy and being strategic and being informed and being educated. That's how we fight.
I feel you on that, Jake. How can we convince more people? Because even I have my doubts, when I'm sitting here every day, and it does feel like people are taking advantage of people in Flint. And these are the same people that's telling us to vote for Kamala Harris. And it's easy to say, look past that. But when you live in it, Jake, how do you look past that?
She's
running with a group of people that have oppressed us, and they telling us, vote for her.
No. She's not working with them. They're working for her. Let's not get this twisted. She's working with groups of people in cities across the United States everywhere because she's running for the highest office in the land. So she's networking and working with people who's Black people who have positions of power in their community in order to be able to get elected, just like any official do. Like the mayor, he go work with the pastors and try to get the vote of the pastors because the pastor got the congregation and they'll follow whatever the pastor say pretty much, and they listen to him. So when you running for a position of power, you deal with people, you deal with influential people in that community. So that don't mean that she's a part of the bad that they're doing and inflicting on Flint. That don't make her a part of that. So we can't blame that on her, and we can't hold what they doing negatively against her. We have to rise up as a community, stick together, and then vote, protest, and then elect someone, find someone else that's a better candidate to replace the people that's doing the oppression and going against us. So we have to do our homework on them. We have to vet these people. We have to know exactly what they're about, what they stand for. And when the next election come up and there's someone else that's a better selection, that's truly genuine, more so than the people that's already in power, then we put those people in power and give them a chance. It's all a chance. It's all the chance we have to take, winners. We don't know where, anytime people get money, you seen niggas in the hood, they be broke. Then that nigga get money, that nigga acting funny. He ain't coming around the same people. He acting bad, stunting on his people. Yeah, it's in the Black DNA a lot of times to do that. So even if you're a politician, you may get a little carried away with yourself if you're not morally balanced, if you're not morally and spiritually balanced, then you can be easily swept away with power. And that's probably what's happening to some of the officials in Flint, unfortunately. But we don't hold that against other people that may be able to that may be able to be beneficial from their influence to be able to get in power, because that the one we running from might be the very one that come around and then be the one that can help us. But we ain't even gave that one a chance yet.
Right. The comments going so fast. I want to
So that's
read.
another thing I wanted to say. You could find some of the comments and then I'll respond to them. But I'm saying this. So Donald Trump, when he speaks about Kamala, now he's so desperate and how she came up so fast and caught him and ran past him in the polls. When he speaks about it, he calls her a dumb person. He calls her a stupid person. He calls her a low IQ person. Now, once again, I'm not a racist, but as black people, if black men, if someone called your mother, if a white man called your mother, your educated mother that's been to college and got a degree and became a lawyer, then she went on to become the top lawyer in the state, which is the attorney general. Then she went on to become the senator of that same state for the United States. She became the state senator. Then she went on to become the first black woman vice president ever in history. Now,
Jake, I'm gonna stop you right here.
go ahead.
Ebony, I'm gonna let Jake address you because I know you don't know Jake. This whoever this Ebony is on YouTube, she watches our show a lot, but Jake, she don't know you. She said
That's
that you Republican Texas, you got paid for this interview, you getting a campaign bag, you out of touch.
Campaign bag.
I
Man.
mean, I asked you to come on here first of all.
Yeah, we know. Yeah. Listen.
Okay, you didn't need to do that for nobody. Oh, okay.
Yeah. No.
So
Tell Ebony once. Go ahead.
that's watching across the nation, just a smidget of your background and let them know where you came from and how hard you had to fight to get to where you at now.
Well, once again, I'm like the first verse of my first song I ever wrote that came out when I released in My City Know Me For. Deep in the ghetto lives a killer named Jake. I come from deep in the ghetto. Period. Grandmama house, rats and roaches, no money, no nothing, taking bottles to the stove, trying to come up. And one time I'm in there, we ain't even got no tissue. I'm sitting on the toilet and my auntie live right next door. We ain't got enough bottles. We ain't even got no change, no money. It's grown people in both houses. We don't even got enough pennies, dimes, nickels, or bottles to buy a roll of tissue across the street at the corner store. We live right across the street from it. And I stayed sitting on the toilet for so long until I had to wipe my ass with a brown paper bag. So that's where I come from, Ebony. So I know the struggle is real. So me, once again, I can understand how you might, think that, everything is a conspiracy. And that's just, everyone. I mean, a lot of people are suspicious of people. And I don't blame them for that, because everybody is always up to something and everybody is always doing something to get paid. Me, I'm doing this interview because I love my people. Right. I love my city.
That's all you have ever told me.
That's all. And it's real. So the only reason I'm not doing this to be, like I said, you asked me to come on here. I didn't ask you to come on here, even though I was going to go live, myself eventually. And because I need to get the message to the people, because I know when all these people watch nothing but Fox News, they watch all this information, and they so misinformed about what the actual truth is, and they're not actually seeing this man in his raw form, because they ain't staying up on the things as much as I am. So I'm doing the research and the homework and the studying so I can bring it back to y'all. Period.
Right. All right. Well, back to what we talking about. Jake, you have sent me, you watch a lot of podcasts, you watch a lot of news, man. I didn't know you be watching that stuff like that. And when you were on here the last time, like a lot of stuff that you were saying, Trump has actually said it. Like he's actually said, like he wants to use this martial law. He's actually said he wants to send immigrants back to where they came from. And we've seen clips of that over and over again. Why do you think that this message is not resonating in people's minds? Like, or do we just have the mentality around here, it can't happen to us?
Well, no, we angry. Once again, even like maybe, everybody, for one, everybody is so suspicious of the government, but they never look at when Trump was running the government, so when he was running the government, everything. So let me just address what you just said first. So people are really hurting right now, but the reason why we are hurting is not Biden's fault. It's not Kamala's fault. The reason why things are high and prices have skyrocketed is two reasons. The first reason is COVID. When COVID-19 came, it disrupted thousands of factories across the world that was supplying the world shut down. The supply chain for distribution across the world, not just America, across the world shut down. So when those supply chains shut down and those factories closed, it brought up the demand for things. And anybody that know business is supply and demand. When the supply is high, the demand is low. So prices are lower because we have a big supply of it, so it don't cost that much. But when the demand is high and the supply is low, then that's when prices go up and you can charge more for it. So that's what all of the corporations and businesses did. That's why so many businesses made so much profits during COVID, because they was able to go up on the prices. Once Biden came in and COVID, he got control of COVID, which Trump just totally mishandled. When he got control of COVID, he came into a problem. He fixed that problem. So we don't got that problem no more. But what happened was those corporations continued to price gouge. And they continued to keep those prices high on the people because they was making record profits. And they continue to make record profits even to this day. So once again, Kamala has talked about passing a bill to set a standard and a rate for everything to where these corporations can't price gouge us no more. That's another thing that's part of her policy that she's going to implement if she becomes president. She's addressed. That's something else that she's have addressed. The other thing is the Ukrainian war between Ukraine and Russia. Ukraine is the number one supplier of grain across the world. Russia is one of the number one suppliers of gas and energy. So because of that war, that's what caused the gas prices to go up. And once they went up, the corporations the oil companies started making record profits, and then they never took them down. Even though the supply chain and opened back up and everything is moving, they just still kept the prices high, and they going down slowly now. But so those are the two reasons why the food is high, rent is high, and gas is high. Everybody's been going in on the price because it got tight. So once again, that's why she said we need to build 3 million new houses in America, because once again, the supply is low, but the demand is high. When the supply is low, that makes things go up. It's that simple.
So by making the supply even, that's how she's saying she's going to decrease, because I remember hearing her saying that she was going to do something about all this inflation. She was going to control the inflation.
Well, right now, inflation is at 2.5%. The Feds just decreased. They just took off like a half a point off of inflation. The Fed, that's who set the interest rate, is the Feds. So they just took a half a point off of it. So now inflation is at 2.5%. But top economists that has looked at Donald Trump's plan as far as his tariff plan to tax other countries with the tariffs, that's actually going to be a tax on the people. Because when you tax those countries for their product coming into this country, all they're going to do is just mark the price up on the product, and then that actual extra price that they mark up price on their product is going to actually go to the consumer.
Right.
So they saying that with it being at 2.5 right now, which is almost back down to where it was at when Trump was president. They saying that if Donald Trump become president and implement his plan with the tariffs, that's actually going to bring inflation all the way up to about 6.9.
Damn.
So if you think it's bad right now, let him implement his plan that he's trying and his policies that he's and his agenda that he's put out there. And top economists has looked over and went over them, and they say this is going to bring inflation up to all the way up to 6.9%.
Damn. Well, listen, people they want to hear what you got to say. And my cousin and your family too, Harletta Martin on here. She had to slip in a little comment. Jake, she said a lot of black men want to support Trump because they have mommy issues and see black women as beneath them, inferior. They're superior to black women. What's your thoughts on that?
My thought is that they just need to look at love. I mean, look at love for your own people. Look at love for you. Look at your. I don't care if you got mommy issues. If you got a daughter, look at your daughter. This just like so. I'm gonna just go back to all the males. Then now she talking about the men. Every one of you niggas know that when Obama became the president, all you niggas had your chest poked out. Cause I know I did. And y'all niggas felt good to see a black man step up in the highest position of the world.
Are you keeping it real? You keeping it real.
So why would you take that feeling away from your daughter, from your sister, from your woman, from black women? For them to feel strong to see a black woman elevated to the highest power in the world. Because we are black. We come from royalty. We black kings and queens already. Before they brought us here to this land in slavery, we come from royalty. So we should be elevated to the highest levels of power because we are that. So don't look at it like no woman doing it. Look at it as if it was your mother, if it was your sister. She's more than qualified for the position. Her education and her resume already speaks for itself. Lawyer, prosecutor, attorney general, senator, vice president, now president. Come on, man. But if you know a woman that just was a lawyer, and you had a family member, you got one family member and she a lawyer in your family, y'all call her, she the most educated one your family might got. And y'all love her. You should anyway. But you mean to tell me this woman have been a lawyer, prosecutor, attorney general, senator, vice president, and now going for the president, and she's a black woman, and y'all don't want to support her? Even if y'all don't even understand the policies. You see what I'm saying? Her character.
Why are you talking about that? I got to jump in because while you talking about that, before I move to this next subject, Jake, it's a lot of information, misinformation, like you said, it's out here and it's going around. And you said lawyer, attorney general, prosecutor. They said that she sent more black men to jail for marijuana than anybody else in the United States.
Well, California is right next to Mexico. And when I was getting my weed back in the day, all my weed came from California.
Hey,
all my weed came from California when I was in Flint and I was a young hustler. When I was the man and had the weed, all my weed came from California. So I don't see that. It's only because Mexico was right by California and all the weed was in California. The cartel was bringing the weed to Cali more faster. They got there faster than they can get to anywhere. So more black men there was trying to probably get their hustle on and got caught with weed. So I can see that possibly being true, but that don't make that she just want to lock a bunch of black men up. It was just a bunch of black men had access to a lot of weed because they was right next to Mexico and California grow their own weed. When I was in Cali, my boy was growing fire weed in their own backyard.
Jake, don't tell it all.
I'm just being real. They want the truth. Yeah, they want the truth. Yeah, this was we talking 20 plus. We talking 30 years ago. See, you know what I'm saying? We talking 30 years ago, man. Please. So I'm just saying that to say this is that. We always look to people, especially as our own people, as black people, and this is what I don't like. We always look to our own, we always look to flaws in each other.
We do.
You know what I'm saying? We look, but then we'll look at another race of people, and we'll look at this. We'll look at Donald Trump and say he's somebody to be trusted and to be respected, to be the man. Like I just told you, he cannot do business in New York because his business has been charged with fraud. He has lost his business, his license to do business in New York. He can't even do business in New York for amount of years because he's lost his business license. The man has went bankrupt 6 different times. He's the only person in American history that I know of that ever bankrupted a casino, and casinos don't make nothing but money. But he's bankrupted. He's filed for bankruptcy 6 times. All of these court cases that they trying to say that's Biden put on him, that's a lie. Every one of them had a grand jury, which were people that Biden didn't know. In this one case, he just got convicted of 34 felonies. Though that was a jury of 12 of his peers, of people. There's no way that in a jury selection, Donald Trump lawyer and the defense attorneys had a chance. They both picked jurors. So his attorney, some of those same attorneys, some of his attorneys, some of those 12 people that convicted him, his attorney picked some of them. He handpicked some of those people himself. This is what ain't nobody telling y'all.
We did know that. He stacked the deck on a lot of these judges all around the country, especially the Supreme Court. We know he stacked the deck on the Supreme Court.
Well, even with the election lie that he said election got stolen, he went to court 60 times and lost 60 times. And a lot of those judges that's because there was no evidence of election fraud or election theft. Because if there was no evidence, he kept on saying it and saying it and saying it and saying it, meaning lying and lying and lying and lying. And 60 different times, all the judges said that it was not true, and he didn't win any of those cases. But even to this day, he still goes with that same lie. So the man is an habitual liar. Period.
Will Socrates, this is a good one. What's funny is that blacks loved Trump when he was a Democrat. Now he's a Republican. We can't stand him. I've never cared for him, but make it make sense.
Well, we love Donald Trump because we love money, and a lot of times, and we didn't know a lot about his person. We didn't know a lot about his personal life and his business, and we never got a chance to see him on display continuously, day after day, week after week, month after month, year after year. We just heard about he was successful. We heard this, we heard that. We heard rappers from New York put his name in songs. We seen him with Mike Tyson. We seen him with Don King. We thought he was a cool white dude with money and was rich, and we admired that. But when we got a chance to actually listen to his policies, his rhetoric, the way he talked, his lack of character and mannerism and decency, when we got a chance to put our eyeballs on that and reveal that, it don't matter if he was a Republican or a Democrat, he still would be his ways are still, unsavory. You know what I'm saying? His ways are he just really got disgusting ways with anybody with human decency that can put their eyeballs on it and look at it can see. You wouldn't want and once again, he's been convicted of rape with a jury. Mm-hmm. I mean, other women have came out and said that he molested. He tried to rape them and fondled them. He said it himself on the Access Hollywood tape. Y'all could just grab him by the pussy when you're a star. You could just grab him by the pussy.
That's what he said.
So these are his own words. I'm not putting nothing in his mouth. I'm not a hater. I'm not hating against him, and I'm nowhere near negative. I'm very positive. I'm not a racist by far. I love all people, but I just want my people to open their eyes and see him for who he is and know that he's not the option to be voting for come November 5th. And that's what I'm saying for sure.
And I love you for that. Another one of our viewers, Jake Lumi, he said right now he's in Florida fighting with the devastating hurricane disasters that they've had, like back to back. And he said he's an American, just like you was explaining there earlier, living the American dream, but can't get no damn help because all the money is going to the immigrants. What's your take on that?
That's once again, they have separate funds. FEMA has 2 separate funds for national disaster and for immigrant and to help immigrants coming into this country. Those two funds have been there. When Donald Trump was president, he took 150 million from the national disaster funds to put into the immigration fund, and that's when he built them camps for immigrants. And you seen them kids was being separated from their parents, and you seen them in them cages, and they was laying under them silver blankets.
Mm-hmm.
If you remember those visuals when he was the president, that's what he did to them. He put them in camps, but he took 150 from the National Disaster Fund of FEMA and put into the immigration fund. He's trying to say that Biden is doing. He's trying to see, because people don't know. So he's trying to act like the immigration fund for the funds from FEMA for immigrants and the National Disaster Fund is the same fund. It's funds available. All he has to do is contact FEMA and stay in contact with them. Get that $750 they got for him first. Once he qualify for that, that's just immediate money. That's not all the money they're going to give you. It's not going to go towards your house or anything like that. If you apply for that $750, then you go ahead on and get approved for that. Then you apply for the other funds that they got as far as funds for the replacing appliances, for home repair. They got up to $42,000 or $46,000 for each residency if they apply and get approved. So all of it. So basically, it's just going through the application process and being steadfast on doing it and being consistent with following through, the process. That's all that is. But all of these words that the money is going to immigrants, that fund has always been there.
Okay, they putting up links in the chat now. Harletta said, oh, they forgot about that. Biden has not taken any money from FEMA. Trump did.
Yeah, Trump. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Trump did. That's what I'm trying to tell you. But see, we are people like the Bible say. We suffer from lack of knowledge. We suffer for lack of knowledge. So so once again, that's why I'm here to inform, to give knowledge. To whatever I got. I don't know it all now. I'm not claiming to be somebody that know everything, so I'm not that person. But what I do know, I'm here to share and enlighten my people to help them see through this thing and see things a little bit more clearer from a knowledgeable perspective, period.
And that's why I brought you back on, Jake, because if nobody in Flint is going to listen to anybody, they're going to listen to Jake. And you got a positive message that you like to bring back to the people of Flint. And I will always respect you for that. Like you said, we heard about each other, but we did not know each other. Politics brought us together. I appreciate that because you do your research. You send me clips every day. Again, I'm going to ask you the same question that I asked you when you was here in the studio, and we got to see more of Trump every day. I mean, it's like they breaking down the walls to come to Michigan. I mean, every single day, the president, the former president, the candidate for VP, or the VP is here in Michigan somewhere.
Well, Michigan is a swing state, so to speak. Mm-hmm. So and it carries a lot of electoral votes. So it's not just when you win the vote of the popular, when you win the popular vote in Michigan, you also win the electoral vote. And that's why these some states have more electoral votes than other states. And Michigan has a considerable number of electoral votes. So those electoral votes is the ones they're going for, because even if you lose like Donald Trump in 2016, he lost the popular vote, but he won the electoral vote because he won the states that had more electoral votes than the other states. So even though she beat him by 7 million, by so many 3 million or whatever, how many ever Hillary beat him by in the popular vote. But he won the electoral vote because those states that have more electoral numbers, votes, the electoral numbers, as far as when you win the electoral vote, he won those states, and that's what made him win the electoral vote. So when he won that, that's how it went. So that's why we need to win. Once again, that's why we need to win all of those states. Just like we need to win all of those highly electoral, the states with more electoral votes, because if we win those, the election will be over with early.
Right.
That's why we have to win in a landslide. And that's why we have to come together and know that Donald Trump is not the people, he's not the president for black people, is what I want to tell my people. He's not the president for y'all. It's so many things that he got, once again, in place when Project 2025 is going to be, if you think it's bad now, it's going to only get worse once they implement that. And believe me, he's definitely going to do it. And even if he do win, he's still going to come back with a vengeance against all of those Democratic cities and states that voted against him.
Like the minister said, Project 2025 is already here, nigga. It's already here. We already going through some of it.
Yeah, but now, like I just told you, we're gonna go. It's gonna be five. It's gonna be five. We at 1.0. When they really implement it, it's gonna go to 5.0. Period.
Mick, I know you got something.
Nah, I'm just listening. You know me. I'm just listening.
So once again, so here goes some more things I wrote down earlier. So once again, you'll hear him going back and forth and talk about the interest rate, not inflation, but the interest rate. You'll hear Trump say that the interest rate is at 10% or higher. The interest rate is not at 10% or higher. In America, the interest rate is at 5% right now. And if you was to buy a house and purchase a home with a 15-year mortgage right now, your interest rate is 4.85%. Once again, another lie he's telling.
I didn't know about that one. I haven't heard that one. I ain't gonna sit up here and lie that I ain't heard all his lies.
So I mean, it's too many of them. I mean, it'll take days to go over all his lies and the facts and dispute them all. I mean, not just dispute them, but just to come with the truth on top of the lies. He's lying continuous about, even when we go about the border, even when we talk about the border, because that's the main thing that, as far as immigrants coming in, taking jobs, and that's a lot of things why, a lot of Americans are mad, are looking at it like, they coming in, they getting free this, even black, we looking at it. But once again, they already had a bipartisan, meaning Republican and Democrat bill that was ready to be passed. And the bill was actually crafted by a Republican, James Lankford, a senator, a Republican senator. The bill was, and in this bill, it was every single thing that the Republicans had been asking for in order to pass it, for them to agree with it with the Democrats. So the Democrats broke down and gave them everything they wanted in the bill. James Lankford crafted the bill, and when they sent and had it ready, but Donald Trump called all the Republican senators, and called Mike Johnson, the leader of the Republican leader of the House, and told them to tell all the other Republicans to make sure that y'all don't pass that bill. Why did he want the bill passed? Not because it wasn't a good bill. The bill had everything that the Republicans had asked for in the bill. James Lankford even said it was a good bill. It was the exact bill that, as Republicans, we had asked the Democrats for us to even be able to go and agree with it, to be able to pass it. So they gave them everything they wanted in the bill. Donald Trump told them, don't pass the bill, because if they pass the bill, it's going to mess up his election run, because he need to run on the border. So he left the problem. He made them leave it to be a problem so he can campaign on the problem.
Mm-hmm.
So what kind of shiesty nigga is that?
It's shiesty as they come.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. Like, he left, the problem already could have been fixed. So then Biden had to come and do some executive orders, since they rejected the bill, the bipartisan bill. Then he had to come with some, what I just say, he had to pass some bills, executive orders that he could pass, but they didn't have all of the things that bill had in it. So now when Donald Trump say the things that Biden is doing, all Biden did with the border was the things because when you use your executive power as a president, you only have so much power that you can do. But when you go through the Senate and go through Congress and get the bill passed through both houses, then through the other two branches of government, then you can have everything in there, because everybody didn't agree to it. So now all of the things, they had 1,000 more border patrol, They had surveillance to be able to detect fentanyl coming across the border. They had more attorneys, hiring more attorneys to be able to speed up the immigration process. You know, they got so many people coming, they ain't got enough attorneys to so I was hiring more. All of these things was in this bill that could have squashed the problem months ago. But Donald Trump told the Republicans not to vote for it, so he could have that same problem to run on in the election.
Mickey, speak, please, today. Let's throw out some questions. Let's have a healthy debate.
Y'all having it. I'm listening. Why can't you just listen?
Because we want to talk.
No, I'm just listening. I told you, I'm more with the local. You know what I'm saying? I get it, but I still understand, like, ain't nothing gonna really change. I get it. You can put Kamala in. We can put, like I said, and I said this 100 times, I'm gonna vote for it. But I do feel like we should be getting more out of the Democratic Party. I'm not gonna sit here and say we still ain't going through what we're going through. You know what I'm saying? We can say, when I look at that Senate and that House, is predominantly white. Let's just be honest with each other. We can say what we want to say. Kamala's not gonna get in there and do no more than what Trump can't do. Yeah, but this more showing what America is. Like, if we worrying about a Republican getting in, that's finna put us in. And I get it with Project 2025. My thing is, why the Democrats wouldn't put nothing in play. Why there's always, when it come time when it's finna vote, now we finna get, y'all gotta vote. I remember it was the vote or die when was it Obama got in or Biden, one of them voted down. I get tired of people keep being played with. That's my thing. I'm just not going, you know what I'm saying? Where's our tangibles at? We run up there, we can say that white blacks got to vote every 25 years. When immigrants come here, when they become American, you don't hear about them. They got 25 years to vote again. So to us, I can't say with other people. I'm talking about blacks.
Mm-hmm.
Even with this, they building up Flint, but they not building up Flint for me or you.
That's what he said.
You know, I'm just saying, I'm being honest. When the water not fixed, why is they even building up Flint and the water not fixed? We got a governor that's a Democrat going around, running around saying, water fixed. But we got people. I had an uncle that died from cancer. When they diagnosed it, he went from stage 1 to stage 4 in 45 days up out of here. And we still got people, bathing in this water. That's why I kind of find it hard. And I see a lot of people where the president can't. We get politicians come here every 4 years lie to us. We're going to do this when they get in office. They don't do that. And that's why I really, I'm just listening. Because I want to see. I know I'm going to vote Democrat, just like we all vote Democrat, but is something really going to change? That's my thing.
Well, Mick, once again, like she was saying, like she was, like Winston was just saying to you, say something, nigga.
No, we've been saying something.
No. I'm just joking on that, but I'm just saying, like you speaking up right now, you need to use that voice like me. I'm going to use my voice to educate the people, to be able to bring awareness, and hopefully, if I was in a place to be, I may possibly get into politics futuristically. But if I can educate the people with what I know, then I'm sharing the information, because this is information we need to know. But we got to go farther. People got to continue to voice the information, educate themselves, and then go out there and do things to be able to implement change. Now, what is that? Voting, not just during the presidential election, voting for the right judges to bring in. We vote every 2 years, on the down year of the presidency. We need to know who we bringing in. Vote for the mayor election. Vote for the city councilman. Know who, be involved and be overly involved, I would say, and helping craft the people that's actually going to be running the community, and then have information on them and their stances and what they believe in, and what, and what their morals and what their moral compass is. You see what I'm saying? And then once we get that understanding and become informed about them, then we know how to cast our vote. But we have to stand up as a people, especially even locally. Like I said, we still got the water problem, but ain't no more water problem protests.
Jake.
Yeah, so like a man told me a long time ago, old wise man, he said, if we did as much praying as we did complaining, if we did as much praying as we did worrying and complaining, God have been answered our prayers. So
Yeah, I agree, but that's the thing. But if you, but I just look at it. I'm saying we go vote. I'll just use Flint. Look at these Democrats here. These Democrats here. But when they get in office, they forget who they really work for. That's the thing. Like, how can you get in office and forget how you have when you got at the top, Gretchen Whitman, when she was coming there, they was dancing with her. Oh yeah, we gonna do this and that. Then when she get in office, Flint fatigue. They took the water piles, but then we got our politicians here. Okay, they had Dr. Weaver in. She didn't want to go along with the get along to say the water was good. We got Mayor Neely in, a Democrat. You know what I'm saying? It's like they play so many games. To me, it's like, this is why I say this system is a wicked system. How can you have a Democrat and Republican? When a Democrat get in office, his 4 years, he doing for the people. Republican get in office, he gonna undo everything that was did. It's like, what type of system is that? When one side get in, we gonna take this away. When this side get in, we'll get it. It's like you playing with people's lives, and that's my thing. Flint is just, to me, is just the
Experiment city.
Yeah, the experiment. Because if you go look at it, you hearing other places that's having, we finding out lead in the water, but they just say lead is way more stuff in the water. When you can go from all these different cancers that popping up. And I'm just saying, how can any pastor let these people come in their church? And I'm saying they believe in God. That's why I just, with me, it just make it hard for me to believe these people say they believe in God and you watching people suffer. I don't care about, we got to do a cancer cluster study. Hell, they had to do a thing with the Tuskegee experiment. We might be having a 2024 Tuskegee experiment. What, for they can come in and tell you all the different cancers? What about just fix the water? What about giving these people health care for lifetime for what you didn't cause? We don't see none of that, but I need you to vote for me. We voting for people that's rich, gonna keep getting money, Democrat or Republican. But the people at the bottom not seeing no relief down here. That's my thing. It's just that if you want these people to, especially blacks, we just seen Obama dogging the black man, always saying it's the black. Every time, if the Democrats don't win, we get dogged. We only 10% of the country population. You don't see the Chinese, you don't see the Arabs, you don't see all these other races got to vote 99% one way, but they getting something. I get it. We need to be more businessmen. You don't see everybody coming up. This, like you said, immigrants can come over here. They go get jobs, this and that. Our community need to be taught on how to survive. Like the Bible say, God bless the child that can hold his own. Us steady running down. You know how many times we done recorded seeing people run down the council when they seeing they roofs in. One lady said a roof down there fell on her baby. Did none of them up there, it couldn't get 5 or 6 votes to help this woman, to help her. And we finna be heading the winter because this Michigan. And you mean raining in her house? They had no compassion, but we see people, Liddell Lewis, councilwoman, voting, getting her money. You see a Candace Moonshot that was for her job, trying to get $300,000 for her job. Like, are you serious? And a woman coming down here telling y'all that it's raining in her crib, that the roof coming down. I get it. I get it. All this new developments going on. But you doing development around the people that's been here. Is it development for the people that's here, or is it for people that's coming in? I'm more worried about how can we get the people that's still here, how can we make them whole? Because a lot of people has left. How can we make them whole, fix their houses? Why we ain't fixing them houses? Because to be honest with you, 90% of the people that's finna get them jobs not gonna be living in Flint. We already know this. So I'm just trying to figure out, if we gonna do this, what are we going to get? You want me to give you this? You want me to give you my vote? We've been doing it. I'm 48. I've been voting over 20 years. But why we always the first fired and the last hired? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, and we sold our whole soul to the Democratic. I'm telling you, I'm voting Democrat, but when is they gonna give us some tangibles?
When we start asking for them.
When we ain't been asking for them.
I don't think.
Tell me a person who ain't been asking for them.
Somebody that's
proper
control. Like, have
Ice
you seen?
Cube tried to go get
Ice Cube ain't in no power control.
You said when nobody asking. He even came with a plan. And with people, Ice Cube was the name of it. You got to look at.
But why he couldn't get his senator or his governor to go with him? I'm talking about somebody in power.
But that's what I'm trying to tell you. When he got the name, you had Dr. Claude Anderson, an economy expert. when he set up here, it wasn't Cube. See, people got it confused when they was like, "Oh, Ice Cube." No, he was just the name. You had so many scholars and economics, the people that came
involved
with this,
in the platinum package.
and that's what they call it, the platinum package. It's like what Obamacare when it's called the Affordable Care Act. But see, that's the disrespect. We ain't looking at that. You don't hear when this plan come, they name this after this person.
They did platinum,
But it was the
it.
disrespect because they look at us, we fall for the shiny thing. But I'm saying this man came with some scholars. They just used his because he had the bigger name than them. Dr. Claude Anderson been on all these different platforms. He been down to Congress. We have blacks going asking for something. You wouldn't have the civil rights. Niggas been asking for something since they been here. But when is they gonna get some? We can't look at
but once again, Mick, now that we got somebody that's Kamala's gonna go in there. She seemed to be once again, the power is in the people. The power is in the street. The reason they come in there and they come in going to all these cities and all these small towns because the strength is in the numbers. We have to realize that as a community, the strength is in the numbers. So, every neighborhood got to get together. All the people got to get together. All the churches got to unite. Everybody has to come in and be a part of the fight to unite and put pressure on those in power. And then when you put pressure on your local officials, they have to go put pressure on the ones in the state. And that's in the state, you put pressure on all of them, the local ones, the ones in the state representatives. You take it to then the one, and then once the pressure and the people mount up, then it becomes a national issue. When it becomes a national issue, then now it's so many eyes on it. Yeah, because sometimes it might be too low down there. They don't see it. They got so many other problems jumping off across the whole world that it might be something that the government itself hasn't noticed. And like you said, our officials are going out clearly saying that the water is okay when it's not. So, so somebody got to bring this to awareness. Now back to the Ice Cube, the Platinum Plan, just like Project 2025. Even if Trump don't get elected, that plan ain't going nowhere. They're gonna just save it for another Republican president. So the same thing with his plan. His plan ain't went nowhere. And if it was effective and a plan that could work for our people, then we need to bring that soon as Kamala become president. We need to bring that to her and see how she feel about it. Just like he tried to bring it to the Trump administration. You see what I'm saying? Like, we don't stop the fight. The fight continues on.
No, we don't. But just look how it did. And I was just looking at the comment, but Trump did listen to it. Biden, because I remember I was watching what's his name? Roland Martin. When Roland Martin, how we dogged our own brother out. They went up one side of Ice Cube and went down the other one. They was dogging him out. Biden got in. What happened? Didn't even sit down with Ice Cube and none of them. But that's the respect. Because we give our vote away and don't get nothing in return. That's why we can have what we want to have. We hear this. I mean, we can point it out. I'm just being honest. You're not going to really, don't get me wrong. I'm doing it, and it is called insanity. We keep voting this way. I'm not saying ain't nobody else. I just think, really, when we at the stage in life where we need to be do for self. We need to build up our own.
Well, let me just try to tell you, Mick, when Biden came in, it's almost like a deja vu, but not the exact same. Just like when Obama came in. When Obama came in, we was in a recession. George Bush had gave all his corporate friends, his billionaire CEO friends, he gave them payment packages. The CEOs of all these top corporations that was going out of business, he gave them millions of dollars. That's what Bush did. Obama came in, turned the recession around. So when Trump took leadership and became the president, Obama had 75 straight months of economic job growth. 75 straight months. So Trump came into a great economy. He came into, but Obama came into a recession. Now let's fast forward to Biden. Man, they was burying people. Man, on the average every day, it was 3,000 people dying, the same equivalent of all the people that died during 9/11. We had 3,000 people dying nationwide a day. People, we couldn't get tissue. Come on, man. So even you got to look at the issues that this man had to address when he became the president. Now that he came in and fixed it, everybody act like they forgot about it. But we was crying, we was hurting. We thought the world was finna end almost.
You ain't lying on that one.
So with that being said, if he came in and once again, let's go back when it was happening, and Trump said stuff like this: "Oh, it's just going to come and go away. They say it's going to go away with the heat. It should be gone by April." Matter of fact, we think that you can just put some disinfectant, inject some disinfectant in you, and maybe that should get away with. Maybe that should easily do away with the problem. He was saying the most ignorant things during one of the worstest pandemic the world has ever seen.
People forgot
as a president.
Yeah, but this what y'all missing too, and you is right about that. You is right about that, but look at the people who were saying about the shots now, because this was, to me, they had everybody take them, right? That was up under Republican and Democrats. They wanted their shot, and look what we're hearing about it now. You know
but listen.
Whatever you take, some people don't get sick, some people
this
ain't.
what y'all forget. Obama on his way out, he said something about it. And this ain't no conspiracy theories. I'm gonna get the video and pull it out. I remember when he said this. He was talking about something about COVID on his way out. If I'm lying, somebody pull it up when he was like, "We're gonna have something like this coming up." That's my thing. It's like they be knowing certain things.
No. Let me. I'm educated on that one, Mick. I'm educated on that one. What happened was,
Chris said it.
The Ebola, when the Ebola pandemic came out, and then it started spreading worldwide. What Biden did was got with all of the top scientists and people who knew, the doctors, and what they did was implemented a plan. So if anything come close to that, like Ebola, that we would be overly prepared so that we would not have to, so that our country wouldn't get hit like the country was getting hit with Ebola. Guess what happened? When Donald Trump came in, he took the plan he removed the plan and took the funds away from that plan. That Obama already had a foolproof plan in place. That's what you're talking about that he was saying. He had already put.
One of our viewers, Tia, said Lee was left a plan on how to handle a pandemic outbreak and refused to follow it. She talking about Trump.
Period. That's what I'm trying to tell you, Mick. So once again,
no, I don't disagree with you with that. I agree with you with that.
Yeah, see what I'm saying? So once again, like, we always get batted down, but it be we suffer from lack of information. We look at things from our perspective, from how we feel about things from an emotional standpoint. We have to deal with things and where are the facts at? Where is the actual knowledge? What did these people actually do? And when you see like the viewer just said, Trump refused to follow the plan that was already in place that Obama had left just in case we came across a pandemic or something like Ebola in this country. He had already left a foolproof plan, and Trump did not follow it because he didn't take the pandemic serious. He said it would just go away. When the heat come, it'll probably be gone by April. These were his own words. And it was the worst pandemic. So he mishandled that pandemic and cost us thousands of lives. And the shot for it, the COVID vaccine shot, the vaccine was created under his administration. Now, all they was doing was following what the scientists and the people said, and because it was they didn't have much time to try it out and for it to go through the normal procedures of how they test vaccines. They didn't have that time. They needed something fast. They just went with what they thought they had, and hopefully it would have been foolproof. And that's what they did. You know what I'm saying? But once again, we having a pandemic that make it look, we thinking that the world is ending. So so they had to try something. So I'm not even mad. I'm not even mad for Trump for trying that. Now that we know a lot of people that got them shots, their body ain't the same. They having side effects, different things like that. That's true. But once again, that's not Biden's fault. He didn't do it. All he did was came in and fix it to where millions of thousands and hundreds of people are not dying every single day anymore. We can get toilet tissue from the grocery store now. So look at what the man did do and not what he didn't do. And then whatever was, and whatever the flaws was, he came in fixing things. You see what I'm saying? He came into a major problem and he solved it.
No,
He did it.
I could give you that, but that's the only thing I'm saying, though. That's why I feel like the vice president now, if everything like what you just said, he went and got it right. And I'm not going to debate that because Trump was mad when he came in. He did. I'll give that. He did go do a lot of things that what Obama was doing. He did. You know what I'm saying? He was going and cut things through. But what I'm saying is, I get what you're saying. This is with Kamala coming in. Why not give something? We always give something to other bases. Why not give something to one of your most loyal bases that you didn't have?
I believe she is. I believe she is, Mick. I think we have to elect her and give her the chance. And that's what I'm here this morning to speak about. We have to give her the opportunity because once again, we've seen the things that Trump has done, and the things he's done has benefited the rich. The tax plan he's done, but all of the things that she's talking about is going to actually help the people, and she has plans that make a lot of sense to me, and she'll make a lot of sense to anybody. You know what I'm saying? But we can't vote off anger. We can't vote off emotion, and we can't vote from the position of the struggle right now because, like they say, the struggle continues. So what do? Give up the struggle and just say, forget it. I'm gonna just go with the enemy. Or I'm gonna go with the opposing side that don't even care about Democrats. For sure, we know they're the ones that care about the lower class. They're the ones that care about the middle class. They're not perfect, but now this is what I want to say. This is what I do think. We got to get rid of the country is divided. So we got to get rid of all of this negative, divisive rhetoric that keeps us divided. All of the things Trump say is fear mongering, and the things that keep people divided, keep them scared, keep them afraid of people, keep them this. I do believe when Kamala becomes president, she's going to add some Republicans into her head, into her cabinet, and she's going to work across the board with Republicans, because honestly, the Republicans want to get rid of Donald Trump. He a thorn in all they side. He done took over their party, but once he loses this election, it's going to show that he's not the winner he claimed to be. And once Kamala starts working with Republicans, and they come to this might just be the thing that actually brings us all together. So let's look at it from a broader and a wider perspective and be positive on our thoughts about it and the outlook of what it could be. This could be the thing where we do get the change we're looking for. How about that?
Unless we try. Yeah, we done gave everybody else a damn a try. Why
So
not?
why won't we give a sister a try? What if it was Winters? I would vote for you, Winters, even if I didn't know you, even if you came and shook hands with some crooks that I knew was crooks that wasn't doing right by me.
Bunch of crooks.
I mean, if that's what y'all say, I don't know, but I'm just saying, but from what y'all saying, I ain't did my research on that, so I can't really speak on it, but I'm just saying if that's how the city looking at the Democrats in Flint, but at the same time, you just coming through, you at least you is coming in trying to network with your people.
Yeah, I am.
You know what I'm saying? At least you is as a black woman coming in trying to work with the black people that's in the community. So
Yep.
even if you don't know what kind of moves that they've been making on the people, good or bad, but you trying to, because guess what? She don't know. All she know is that's who y'all elected. she is. Let's go to that point.
And let's take it there.
Yeah, that's who y'all elected.
Right.
Shit, that's who y'all voted for. So y'all mad at y'all once again. Y'all mad at your own vote. That's who y'all put in office. If nearly y'all who y'all mad at, well, next time vote him out. Y'all voted him in. Yeah, let's do that instead of being mad and complaining about it. Let's just vote him out.
Form 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, 6,000 people voted for him. Shit.
Yeah, so let's vote him out. If that's where the problem lies. So now how we gonna do that? We got to rally the troops. We got to get the people. We got to get, we got to organize. You see what I'm saying? We got.
What are you saying? There it is. Vote the sister. I mean, what? We've been voting for the white man for quite a long time, and it hasn't gotten us anywhere. So why not the sister? That's why I asked the question, is America really ready for a black woman president? Is
I'm
it?
trying to tell you, all of these white people all across the country. Go ahead.
No,
I'm
I'm
sorry.
talking to one of our commenters here. Could you vote for a black woman? Black women voted for your brother to be councilman. So couldn't we vote for a black woman to be president of the United States? Or it don't work like that?
I don't even like for black people. That should be a no-brainer. I mean, honestly, especially with her accomplishments and her achievements as a black woman in this country, what she's already achieved. I mean, she's an overachiever. So I mean, if there was ever a black woman, she had did more than Obama had did before he was elected. Obama was an attorney, Obama was a senator, but Obama wasn't no vice president. So her accomplishments her accolades and accomplishments are even over what Obama's was when he got elected. Let's look at the facts. Once
Well,
again,
fuck you back. You want to say fuck me because I brought your brother into the conversation? I'm a sister. He just said that he would vote for me, and then you said there go the sister part. So why not have a conversation? Why is it not about black and white? What I've been saying for these past few months? I've been asking the same question, and you proving it to me. Is white America ready for a black woman president?
well, I'm gonna tell you right now, Winters. I watch politics every day, all day, and they rallying like how I'm telling y'all to, y'all got to protest, and man, it's the white people. I'm watching rallies. I'm watching protests, not really protests, but people just coming out. I'm talking about droves of white people in different cities marching down the street, holding Harris wall signs. I mean, these are older white people, younger white people. I'm talking about, but these are all white cities. Mm-hmm. They all holding signs and they voting for Kamala. I'm talking about the white people is on board with her. A lot of them, even Republicans, they got see. This is the thing about it. They got a Republicans for Kamala. They don't got a Democrats for Trump because he don't care to bring the Democrats over. He called Democrats the radical left. He don't think that he need to work with Democrats. But she knows but she's here to unite. She's going to be a president for everybody in this country. She's here to unite the people. So she got a black people for Kamala, white men for Kamala, white women for Kamala, Republicans for Kamala. She understands that this is about, once again, the numbers and unifying the country as the sole chief and executive person to run this United States, which is the greatest country in the world, still right now to this day, no matter what Trump is saying, no matter how he's trying to say this country is going to hell and this going to happen and that's going to happen. He's only adding fear to scare you so you can vote for him. She don't need fear. She's running off facts and bringing policy.
Disrespecting you. This is pissing me the fuck off.
No, let them go. Let them talk.
Yourself, but I don't like this shit. So tomorrow when we have Miss Gladys on here and she telling y'all not to vote for Kamala, I want to see y'all. I want to see the same energy in here. Okay.
Well, once again, we suffer from lack of knowledge and we run from what we don't know. So if people was educated and knew, only thing I'm speaking is facts. I'm not speaking from emotions. I'm not speaking from anger. I'm only speaking from facts. That's all I'm doing. Mm-hmm. So anything I just said, you can go and Google it. The interest rate is not 10%, it's 5%. If you get a 15-year mortgage, your mortgage rate, your interest rate on your house for 15 years is going to be 4.85%. Google it. Trump is lying. Trump has been he lost his business license in New York for fraud.
I don't want to talk about that though.
Google it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Kamala has been a lawyer in California, then moved and a prosecutor in California, then moved up and voted by the people to become the attorney general, which is the top lawyer in that state. Boom, she became attorney general, then became a senator. Boom, then became a vice president. Her accomplishments speaks for themselves. She's a successful Black woman that worked hard to get where she at. And she's worthy of her position as vice president. And I think that she's worthy and will be a good president for the United States because of what she's already accomplished and already been working at the top level next to the president that we have right now.
And see, you know, I got to quit looking at the TV. Mickey, go on and talk. I need you to help out with this. Help me out.
Listen, I keep telling you, in this game, you're gonna have to have what's the name? You gotta take the good with
I
the
ain't
bad.
talking about no thick skin. I just need you to help me out.
Nah, I'm just saying you gotta have it in the chat. They gonna disagree. You know what I'm saying?
Well, they'll be happy tomorrow when Miss Gladys is on here. Then some of them. Some of them.
It's good to have. We just having a discussion. The discussion going to bring people with mixed views. But see, all I just say is whatever you think, whatever your perspective is, however you coming about what you saying and how you feel. Where did you acquire the information? And do you actually know the information is factual, or did you hear from somebody that told you, or did you hear it on the news and you believed it? But did you did you hear it come from Donald Trump's mouth and you believed it was the truth? Where did you get your information from? And did you fact check that information to go find out if it was actually true?
Yeah, but you know how that's gonna be. Though. Let's be honest.
Hey, Gabby.
Yeah, you know people gonna be mad. Like far as you got Trump supporters, you got Kamala supporters. It is.
But you can't be scared to debate them, and you got to quit letting. I mean, debate with facts. Quit just saying, "Oh, you're voting for her because she's Black," or
no, I'm not. I'm not. So I knew people would say that. That's why I keep on speaking on her accolades and accomplishments.
Yeah.
So when we bring somebody on here tomorrow, like Miss Gladys come on here tomorrow, are y'all gonna say she getting paid by the Trump campaign? Or is it just the Black people?
Listen, I'm not. Listen, I wish. Hey, listen. If y'all want to send this to the Kamala campaign and they can use me, send it over. I'll take a check from them. See, I'll take one, but I ain't getting one. I'm doing this for the love of my people. Period. That's the only reason I'm doing this. One of my greatest mentors. I'm gonna tell y'all right now. And I showed you the text when I was leaving the last time. One of my greatest mentors and closest, oldest friends. He told me long time ago, whatever you talk about, don't talk about politics. And when he seen me had an interview with y'all, he told me and texted me again, and I showed you the message. And he said, don't talk about politics. He said, just talk about your game and how your thing working and what you building and with your books and your music and with your son. Talk about that stuff. He said, but don't talk about politics. He said, because whatever you say is going to always be out there for people to go back and see. And people can feel some type of way about you. But me, I'm even going against it. And I rarely go against his teachings and the words he tell me because he ain't never told me nothing wrong. But I'm doing this for the sake of my people. Mm-hmm. Period. Hands down. That's it. Ain't no money involved in this interview. Period.
And
then once again, if we go comparing accomplishments and accolades, you look at Trump. He ain't been through no type of schooling like her. His daddy gave him $400 million when he passed away. So that's how he became rich. He was born into wealth. He's bankrupt. He's been bankrupt 6 times. He's been charged. He lost his business license in New York to do business for fraud. He's been charged with rape of Eugene Carroll and defamation. He's fighting. He got to pay. He's fighting more indictments in Georgia. That he was indicted by a grand jury of his peers that had nothing to do. Just like a jury of 12, they select those people in the grand jury the same way. So these are not people from the Department of Justice or that Biden know personally. So now you compare all of these things that what he supposed to have accomplished, and then you look at her accomplishments. She worked hard, went to school, lawyer, attorney general, senator, vice president. The comparison, there's no comparison, honestly. There is none. So I don't know how we can do that. It ain't based on race. It's based on qualification.
They You get people that want to say it's based on race because they don't want to dispute the accolades. It's no comparison, like you said. That man lost the fucking casino.
I'm just saying. I mean,
casino. How can you lose a casino? How can you bankrupt a casino? It's no comparison, Jay.
So once again, I just want to educate people with the facts and give them information. I'm not telling them who to vote for. I know people are going to be Trump supporters because he got a lot of supporters. You know, like I said, the race is tight right now. So that means he got a lot of supporters. She got a lot of supporters. I'm just trying to give people factual information to be able to judge whatever, because a lot of people be opinionated without the real information, and they just, the masses travel in herds. So they just follow what other people following and doing what other people is doing, but they do it as followers, not as leaders, and not from their own mindset with actual information to go off of. I'm just giving y'all facts and actual numbers, period. That's it. Now, if anything I said was false, I'm here. Y'all can fact check me and tell me that I'm wrong. And if y'all tell me I said something wrong, and then I will go along with what the truth is. But I've already went through and checked everything I'm speaking on, because I wouldn't speak on it if I didn't.
Well,
so once again, man, and the reason it can be about race is because Flint I'm talking to my community of people on this, even though it might be going to the world, but I came here to speak directly to my people. That's what I came here for today. I didn't come to speak to whoever else is listening and can learn from it. That's fine. But I came to speak to my community, the people in Flint, Michigan, deep down in the ghetto, in them streets that got the right to vote. Go check your voter registration. Go to where you can go, iwillvote.com, or go to vote.org. Once again, iwillvote.com or vote.org, and check your voter registration. Make sure you're registered to vote, because you may not be registered, you know what I'm saying? And if you're not, you can just go on your phone and put in your information, tap that in the website, right in your phone, and make sure you're still registered. So when the time comes, you don't get up there and they say that you ain't, you're not registered. If you're not registered, get registered. But this is going to be a tight race, and all the votes count. And if you were for Trump, I wish you the best. I don't care who you voting for. As a human being, as a person, I love all people, not just my people. I love all people, and I wish all people the best. And I want this country to stay number one. I want everybody to be blessed and be happy and get everything they want out of life. So I'm not here just as far as when it comes to that. I love all people. So, but this interview here is because I know y'all are a Flint-based podcast, and a lot of people from Flint watch it. I wanted to speak to my people this morning.
I feel you, and I thank you. I thank you for it, because you got people that are not saying anything, but they listening to you, Jake. You well known in Flint. You ain't never left us and forgot about us. I've always seen you here on flyers doing something for the people in the city of Flint. So you're not down there rolling Republican and coming back up here telling us a bunch of lies. And I thank you, because you have sent me videos every damn day since the last show, and keep them coming about the fact checking about things that you said. Like, I didn't even know nothing about that Congo and all of that war and stuff going on over there. I didn't know anything about that. So I appreciate you, and I'm never going to disrespect any of my guests for their views. And I thank you for yours.
And even with your viewers, like I said, this is a podcast where we can have a healthy discussion. So it's not for anyone to get in their feelings and feel like I'm not here to go against how anyone feels. That's fine. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have the right to your own opinion, your own feelings. Excuse me. All I'm here to do is just share information that I know that's factual with people, so and to help open some eyes where people can see things, and not even if they don't see them my way, at least you got the facts, at least you got the truth. And then, like they say, the truth shall set you free. So, I want us to be free in our mind, in our body, in our hearts, in our spirit, and to go out and do things. Don't do it from a angry perspective. Don't do it from, following somebody, or, don't do it from listening to something. Even the news is not all factual. Fox News and Sinclair, these are Republican-based organizations. They all have Republican agendas, and they want Trump to be elected because, for one, The news make a lot of money from Donald Trump. They get a lot of views from Donald Trump spewing lies. They don't care if he's lying. They don't care nothing about that. They just want the people to stay tuned in and their ratings to stay high, because with they, the higher their ratings, the more money they can sell their commercials to advertisers for. It's all a business at the end of the day for the news networks. Period.
And like he's telling you, if you don't believe a word that he said, go research for yourself before you just vote for somebody because you like their suit they got on, or you like because they took a picture with your cousin, or your cousin said they was cool. Quit voting on feelings and emotions. And we're not telling you to vote Democrat. We're not telling you to vote straight Republican. Vote for the politician that's going to be favorable and best for you.
Period. But have
And
knowledge about it. Have knowledge about it before you do it. Not just like you say, just off of what you heard of somebody else or rumors that may or may not be true. Go fact check. Go find out. Go do your research. You know what I'm saying? And once again, we have to know. Even with me, I don't judge Donald Trump. I know, I'm flawed. He's flawed. Kamala's flawed. We all flawed in some form or fashion. But it's like, where is your moral compass? Where is the high point of your character? What do you really stand? Are you decent, or are you an indecent human being? Are you a caring person? Are you a forgiving person? Are you a considerate person? Are you a trustworthy person? This is how you should be judging and picking your representatives and leaders that you vote for.
Ms. Fonda Brewer, as a woman with a daughter, I cannot support anyone who disrespects women as Trump. He has taken away our rights to make personal decisions about our body.
Now, see, I didn't even get into because I'm figured. I think that gets so much publicity, but he, like I said, he's proud of overturning Roe versus Wade. He's proud of those because of those Supreme Court justices that he put in place when he was president. He's proud that they overturned Roe versus Wade, and that's something that they've been trying to do for years, for 50 years, and now. And the reason why they overturned, and this is, people don't even know that. This is the reason why Roe versus Wade was overturned. It was overturned because in 2050, white people will be a minority in this country, and Black and Latino and brown people will be a majority. And statistically, white women get more abortions than any race of people in America.
What you say, Jay? Now, is that based on facts?
That's based on fact. Look it up.
I know.
Look it up. Yeah. So, but so Roe versus Wade is to stop. It's to stop the white women from having these abortions, because by them having so many abortions, their majority is dwindling. So by 2050, the white race will be in this country, which this is they are the majority, but they will be the minority by 2050. If Blacks and brown Latinos keep on reproducing at the rate that they are, the white race will become a minority. So Roe versus Wade being overturned was to stop them from losing a majority in this country and to stop these white women from having abortions. That's the real scheme of things behind the scene. Yeah.
Well, thank you, Jake. We thank you so much here at 810 and just for coming back, because it is people that listen to you in Flint. And if nothing else, like you said at the top of the hour when we first came on at 9 a.m., we got to get it together here in Flint first. We got to get ourselves together. I think we are most affected by local politics, but we still got to vote. We got to vote for a president that's going to help Flint out. I know a lot of us around here are going back and forth because we've been through Republican, Democrat, and we have gotten nowhere with the water. But right now, we got to do what's best. We got to do what's best for our city, for our country, and also we got to do what's best for our families. So, Harris or Trump, that's all we got. That's all we got. So like you said, you can get a piece of paper and you can line up both of their accolades, no comparison. What have they done? No comparison. What have they done for your race, your people, your family. Like, people need to write all of this stuff down. Your business. And of course, if your business is doing good, of course you want Trump back up in there. Because you're rich. Some people will never understand our struggle. That's why I had Jake back on here for Flint. Because Jake will be able to talk to the people in the gutters of Flint. Some of these people on here will never understand our struggle.
For real.
You, and I'm gonna let you close us out. And
Okay.
but before you close out, tomorrow we're gonna have Miss Gladys on here, and she's, of course, I do think Miss Gladys is a Trump supporter. I think, but we'll let her tell her story tomorrow. All
Okay.
right, Jake, take us out.
Okay. I want to end with this. A lot of black men are voting for Trump because he did pass a bill to where it was a lot of black men was able to get out of jail early. So so I've heard that from a friend of mine. She mentioned that, and she said that, and I met a few people that did get out of jail early from that bill that Trump had passed. But as he passed that bill, and these were for drug convictions, but as he passed that bill, Obama passed one that got people out of jail and did something, but then Trump did something and added to it and did something and let more people. So anyway, some people are going on that thing about what Trump did to let people out of jail for drugs. But if you have watched his rallies and seen some of his interviews, he's calling for the death penalty for drug dealers. And you know, Flint is a drug dealing city. We can't lie about that. So that is what it is. But he's calling for the death penalty for drug dealers.
Damn.
Who are the drug dealers? Who are the most drug dealers that in America? Those are mostly black men having drug convictions. The percentage of drug convictions are higher with black men than it is any other race.
Right.
So he's calling for the death penalty. Just look it up. He's calling for the death penalty for drug dealers. Google it. Donald Trump's call for the death penalty for drug dealers. Show me a video of him saying that. Google that, and you're going to see it. So once again, you know, he throw the ball with one hand, but then you think he threw it, but he switched it in the other hand and then threw it behind his back, and you can't see it. So these are the things that he plans on. You know, policies he's planning on putting in place, but these are all things aimed directly at the black man and the black community to hurt us and not help us. So I'm gonna end it with that, man. I love y'all. I hope y'all get yourself registered to vote, no matter whichever way you vote. You know, like I said, I know one place you can go to find out if you're registered is iwillvote.com, or if that's not it, I know the other one, vote.org. And you can check your registration. If you're not registered, you can get registered. And, I just hope that everybody make a wise decision, like Winter said, that's for this country, that's for their city and for their family, and the upliftment of a better country, and that we can move forward and hopefully, get rid of this divisive, rhetoric, and we can all come together as one and have some peace and get rid of all this angry hatred that has been put into politics since Trump has became president. You know what I'm saying? All of this negative stuff, these name calling and all this stuff, all that stuff came when Trump came in, talking about immigrants and calling them names and saying this and hating on people and kicking people out the country and building a wall. And man, this country was built on togetherness and allowing people to come take advantage of this great opportunity that America has to offer. That's why we are number one in the world. So I'm gonna leave it with that, man. Like I said, God bless y'all all. Thank y'all for having me. Mickey and Winters, you know what I'm saying? Everybody stay online and support 810 Media, 810 News Media Group. They about that life, you know what I'm saying? And like I say, I watch them even when I'm not on the podcast. I still watch them every day. If I can't watch the whole show, I watch the majority of it, you know what I'm saying? Because it's informative, locally. And, you know what I'm saying, the information that they're giving, they trying to, make the people be aware of what's going on. And that's what real news is really about. That's the reason why I came on here today.
Thank you so much, Jake. We appreciate you.
Okay.
All right.
God bless.
Mickey got one thing he got to do.
People say we got to support we're gonna support them. I was just putting this up here. This is for what church is this? They doing a coat drive. Tony Hicks. What church she from?
No.
I can't think of the church. Anyway, they doing a coat drives. I was just putting this up here for y'all can go support them.
When is it?
When is it? It said October 26th. It said they are doing a coat drive. This is Tony Hicks. I forgot her church name. I'm so sorry about that. But they doing a coat drive on Flushing Road.
Christian Love Faith Center.
Yeah, my bad. I'm sorry about that. So they was asking people if they want to donate, coats. However, y'all want to go to Christian Faith Church.
Yeah, y'all know, everybody got an old coat in their closet they ain't wearing. Go and donate it because somebody can use that. It's about to be a cold winter.
So is.
Like they say, you can come there if you want to donate them. It don't matter if it's coats $50 too for the $50. They just want to put these coats out here for the kids because they know it's going to be cold this winter. So it's October 26th for coats. And it's the name of the church is Christian Faith. I don't want to get it wrong. But I know it's Tony Hicks on there. I think her number on there. If y'all wanted to call, they got a number right there. 810-515-0552 to contact Tony Hicks. 810-515-0552. Family. So if y'all can check in with them, help them out, support the good movement they're doing here to help the city.
And we'll be back tomorrow with Miss Gladys. Trump or die. Thank y'all. See you.